I was a bit too lenient with the producer because he was a young Australian producer who hadn't made any other movies. He then on-sold it to Hollywood for a lot of money, and it became a Hollywood Western basically, with big stars who were paid a lot of money. Heath Ledger, Naomi Watts, Orlando Bloom, Geoffrey Rush. The producer was genuine. He just was very lucky in that the other overseas, conglomerate of overseas film companies came to him and offered it to him. He wasn't trying to rip me off because these things weren't in the pipeline, I believe, when he began. But I think that if something had been, I don't know, some sort of contractual thing had been written in saying if anything else, if another stage happens or whatever, then a commensurate recompense should come to the author. You don't get the bulk of the money until the first day of shooting, so while it might be even a huge sum and a wonderful sum in prospect, it's still off in the ether somewhere. So in the meantime, you want to be sure that you're getting a substantial option, because perhaps creative people are less likely to dot the I's and cross the T's and things anyway. I mean, all that stuff is potentially disastrous, I guess. I would advise writers whose work is going to be adapted for film or television. Well, tread carefully and make sure you've got a watertight contract, and perhaps get someone to a lawyer or someone or the people from arts law to look over it. You've got, especially in the beginning, you've got to know what the pitfalls are and have someone more experienced go over them with you. I mean, I like the old Hemingway quote. When someone asked him about this sort of thing, about dealing with Hollywood, he said, well, my advice is that you drive to the Californian border with your book, and the producer drives to the Californian border with the contract. You throw him the book, he throws you the money, and you drive like hell in the opposite direction.